Alright guys, lovers and haters of Rod Seller, this is Rod Seller, and it's going to be another reality fatigue rant, right? Okay, because I am getting tired of living in a reality where you're working your ass off every day, and not only I'm homeless, not only I'm in all this debt, but I'm getting tired of having it to where, you know, no amount of efforts can ever get you ahead, right? No amount. Like you can do side hustle, you can do this, you can do that, work your extra hours, and then guess what? Management at the workplace cuts your hours, right? And then everybody and their mama and daddy, everybody doing DoorDash, everybody doing Instacart, everybody, right? And it's like no amount of work, no amount will ever get you ahead, right? So in Fargo, we have a ring of thieves, right? And I remember this ring when they stole my Corolla, right? So we got a ring of thieves of people stealing cars, stealing wallets, you know, and they had this be on the lookout for this whatever person, okay, because he stole somebody's mom's card and whatever, and he stole the stuff, of course. And of course, so what? So what's wrong? Okay, it is wrong to steal, but I'm trying to get to a point here, okay? And my only thing when I said on the Facebook thing, right? I was trying to say, okay, why do we have an environment that is forcing us to steal, right? Because that's what this is. That's what this is. This environment right now, high inflation, okay, high rent, high food, okay, your dollar ain't going anywhere. No matter how much you work, you can't get ahead. The only way to get ahead is by stealing, right? Okay, like I said, I'm still dealing with debt from a lost business from 2020, the lost vending machine business, right? Okay, and so that's what I said, and then I get jumped from all these people who's like, oh, how dare you defend thief? How dare you do blah, blah, blah. I said, why can't we create the environment where we don't have to steal? And I'm getting jumped, and I remember this one idiot, right? But I'm not gonna say his name because people like this will probably try to find out where I live and make my life worse. I'm already in a bad position, so I don't want to make it worse. But still, like, he wants to claim that I'm part of some single mom crap and welfare or whatever, and that's not true. That's not true. Making all these false assumptions, ad hominem attacks, and then try to say that I'm defending thievery. I'm not defending thievery. I hate the fact that we're in an environment where people have to resort to thievery, where people have to resort to stealing your credit card or wallet or whatever. I hate that, right? Okay? And that's what I was trying to say the whole time. I was trying to say we need to create an environment where we don't have to do this, right? Because these police, and I'm gonna say it for what it is, these police don't help us. They don't care when landlords get to raise the rent to an unbearable price where we can't even pay anymore. They don't care that these grocery chains and food corporations raise the price where we can't even feed ourselves. Not enough of food. I know the food is poisoning me. I know. Just wow. But police don't help us. No. In fact, they come after us. And I don't care. Let them come after me. But I'm just going to tell you why. Tell you why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. Okay? This is unbearable. Okay? Yeah, we get no compensation. No nothing. No nothing for 2020. Because, yeah, I want reparations for 2020. And I want reparations for 2008. Right? Those are two reparations I want. But, no. We don't get no compensation. No nothing. And all I was saying when I did that Facebook thing, right, was, somebody stole somebody's mama card and whatever. All I was saying is, why can't we create an environment where we don't have to do this? We don't have to steal. We don't have to do this. And then they're like, oh, if it's not you, should don't touch it. Well, you know what? At this point, it's survival, right? It's survival. Because you see how y'all, I got very little help, okay? But when somebody beg, y'all sit, laugh, point, oh, you deserve it, la, 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 la. And then now, when somebody just forcefully take it, now we're going to get machine gun. Well, that's why it's going to go to war. Oh, but Felix, well, we're in an environment where, we're getting stolen from every day. Okay? Right now, it's wage theft. Your paycheck can't cover basic shit. That's wage theft, right? But there you go. They don't care. These corporations don't care. And like I said, a corrupt environment doesn't deserve to continue. Like this one. Okay? And don't come at me saying, oh, stealing's wrong and you're defending. No, I'm not defending it. I'm saying that this environment is totally evil, right? If somebody's stealing from somebody and they're forced to steal because they lost their job or they lost their business, okay, why can't we help them to where they don't have to do that? And no, not just throw them in prison. No, as in like restore their financial thing. But no, it's not about that. It's not about that. We're literally living in the Hunger Games. Literally living, yeah. Just disgusting. Like I said, I'm not defending theft. Because I still haven't recovered from when my cruel got stolen, right? I still haven't recovered with, because I had stuff stolen from me too. So, I know exactly how it feels. But, this is how we know we're cooked. This society's done, right? Anybody who defends corporations raising prices for profits and greed and all that stuff, you're part of the problem. There you go. And then those same people, you're in this little tiny apartment and you can't afford it, and then they kick you out, throw you in the streets, and then they like I said, government shutdown right now, right? People getting laid off right now. How are they supposed to pay for stuff, huh? You gonna sit there and say it's their fault too, huh? where you go? Yeah. Yeah, if you can't see the problem right here, there you go. And that's why it's going to end in war. That's why this whole thing is going to end in civil war. All this goes to end in civil war. Everybody going to be killing each other. I'm trying to survive, I'm trying to survive. And we're all trying to survive. And we can't survive because the system won't let us. And then, like I said, it's all this, all this nonsense about, bloodline this and bloodline that. Just wow. Just wow. And it pisses me off to no end that we got government, or I should say corporate bootlickers, who want to defend this crap. Want to defend where people lose their business, people lose their job, unable to make money, right? Unable to do stuff. And then you would get mad when somebody steals your stuff. You would get mad when somebody, they're so desperate. I know half of y'all got 6 kids and 8 kids and all that stuff. I know. And it's like, y'all can't ever provide for them and stuff. And but that's the fatigue I'm dealing with right now. That's the reality fatigue I'm dealing with right now. We should never have to resort to that. We should never have to resort to stealing and violence. Kill each other just to who could survive and all that stuff. We should never have to deal with that. But it's getting to that point where you might have to. And then you got to make this stupid defense shit saying, but it's not really a defense because, you did it to what? I want to survive. I don't want to starve to death, right? I want to get ahead. Yeah, everybody wants to get ahead. I want to get ahead too. But we're not going to get anywhere if we constantly have this system where these giant corporations, do all the theft on us. We're talking about the workplace. We're talking about corporations, big box stores, all that stuff, throwing mom and pop out of business, where mom and pop can't even make money, right? And then, you get to a point where you're forced to do stuff that you don't want to do because you're so desperate, right? But like I said, police don't care. Oh, they'll only care if I get caught. Oh, I'm the bad guy, right? Right? I'm the bad guy stealing kids. I'm the bad guy, huh? If I snatch your wallet, I take cash out. Oh, now I'm the bad guy, huh? Well, like I said, I'm tired of working so hard and you can't get anywhere. That's what I'm tired of, right? And these people, get a skill, go to school. You know that takes years and energy to do that? Just wow. Like I said, government shutdown, okay? I wonder how many of y'all are like, they ain't got no money and y'all got multiple bills due. I wonder how many of y'all are like that. A lot of y'all government workers, y'all got like multiple kids, try to feed and stuff, and this government just shut down on you. What are you gonna do now? Huh? On top of, this ugly financial system, this economy is really ugly. It's worse than 2015. Worse than that. It's worse than that. Just wow. Well, like I said, it's going to end up in civil war. And I knew it was coming. And like I said, you can't debate with savages. You can't debate with them. There you go. Because a fascist savage will not let you put out your argument saying, hey, we need to fix this system. Hey, let's make it to where we don't have to do this. No. We're in a total breakdown mode. Total collapse mode. Right? And like I said, they purposely do it. They purposely have us divided by race, divided by whatever, but divided by class on purpose. So that way they can pick us apart. You know? Just wow. You know, and stuff like this, I don't want to live on this planet no more, man. You know? Like I said, why do you think I waste all my time playing video games? At least in a video game, I can control I can control how much I earn. Okay? I can do all that, but I can't do that here. Because what? You can't have that business. Why? Because we said so. We the government, we said so. Oh, you can't do this. Nope. And then when you try to economically get ahead, they purposely create another crisis so that way you won't get ahead. Stop the well. And I don't even care if you're a boomer or a stupid Gen Xer. I don't give a shit. Okay? Y'all had, I told y'all multiple times, y'all had it good where you could get $30,000 house on a minimum wage. You had it good, right? Yeah, you did. So you wouldn't have to do that, right? You lived in an era where if you did work hard, you would be rewarded, okay? But that era is long dead. That era is gone. That era doesn't exist anymore, man. I'm outside. Yeah, so I can tell. In fact, I'm not even gonna edit. I'm not even gonna do the picture thing. I'm just gonna upload it raw. But like that, those days are gone. Those days of, pull yourself off the bootstraps and, work hard and invest. No, those days are gone. No, especially they're devaluing our dollar. The energy that we're putting into the job, like we're getting undercut like crazy, man. Wage theft, yeah, it's just stupid, and nobody's defending us. And this is what you call societal breakdown. And it's just gonna get worse. And that's why I constantly do these videos. Complain. I don't care. Just dysfunctional. Complain. Keep complaining. And I come from a dysfunctional family. Yeah, I do. And that's why I don't want nothing to do with them. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die by myself. Shoot. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the worst generation ever, man. The most unluckiest generation ever, the millennials. Us, and then Gen Z, and then after Gen Z, Gen Alpha, everybody after us, they don't have a chance, man. And then they're gonna pull this digital ID. They're gonna pull this digital ID where they're gonna put stuff. Oh gosh, I'd rather die. I am not taking no digital ID. Bad enough you gotta get the real ID with the star on it, but they wanted to make it where you have to have the digital ID implanted in your body. Forget that crap. I'm not doing it. Shoot. Just disgusting. Where you can't buy or sell, trade without that stupid thing in your body. And like I said, a God that allows that crap doesn't deserve to be worshipped or respected. A God that peace evil doesn't deserve reverence. There you go. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, guys. Yeah, I hate being a beggar. I hate being the beggar, man. But I'm a digital beggar, and I'm begging for somebody to help me out. Those who gave, thank you so much, but I'm trying to get out of this. I'm trying to get back to normal. And no, I didn't put myself in this. I said it over and over again. My brother is the cause. Why? And like I said, I was stupid to believe that, if you help your family, good things will happen. I was so dumb. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, this family's the worst, and that's why, you know what? It's okay if it doesn't continue. Okay? I'm just done. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Myself signing out.